Good evening. Welcome to day 38. We're getting there, people. Whoops, just hit this thing with my knee. So my kitchen's clean. My cat's in here with me. I don't know if she'll make noise or not. I got to go to a movie tonight with a friend. That was kind of fun. Saw The Green Mile. Good movie. Good movie about two people, two very different people, and how they change and move each other. It's kind of interesting to me how they mixed and mingled at the era that they were in, and it's such a good reminder that being around people who aren't like us is such an important part of our walk here. When we just hang out with people like ourselves, we just don't grow and learn the way we do when we rub elbows with people who are different. But I've been thinking today again about wonder. Maybe it's because I saw the statistic that suicides are up so much, and hope and people, Billy Graham's son says that we need more hope in our world. And I just think about that. I think, again, I've talked about that so much, and I just still am thinking about that in my own situation and in so many others, because there's so many hard situations, and maintaining hope is such a daily journey. It really is. And I don't know if you ever feel like it's hard to let down and dream, to allow yourself to go to a happy place. I don't know if that makes any sense. That idea of just sitting down and basking in wonder, basking in the goodness of God, or thinking about heaven. What will heaven really be like? Is it a good thing? Do you have a good idea about heaven? Do we contemplate these things? Do we spend time with our souls stretched beyond, right now? Because man, things keep coming. I mean, Panama City's been out of the news forever, but there's a ton of people down there who don't have homes and who lost everything. We've got people out in Malibu, who are in Paradise Valley. Let's go there. Now, Alaska's had an earthquake. It's kind of nonstop out there right now. And yet, so it can almost feel like we should be caught up in this turmoil too. That there is this constant churning that we need to give ourselves to, like we're supposed to worry because it's so bad. And yet that's the exact reason why Jesus wrote over and over, be of courage, do not be afraid. He said that over and over throughout Scripture. Stand strong, have courage. I am with you. It's just there all the time, because there were as many situations and as much political unrest and strife in the world as what we go through. There's never been a time, really, if you think about it, there's never been a time when wonder's been easy. There's never been a historical oasis where just believing hasn't been tested in so many ways. And yet somehow I think we feel like it's all brand new for us. Like the turmoil that we're in, that what we're going through is a different thing than what everybody else has gone through, but it isn't. From the time those words were spoken by Jesus till now, people have undergone incredible issues and strife and problems, and yet the trickle down of the truth has continued. We may not be large in numbers these days. Maybe Christianity's got such a bad rap, a lot of people just can't even or want to believe in Jesus. I get that. And yet that doesn't change that the church is still here, that the church remains, that Jesus is the Lord of the church and he's moving in the church. So anyway, I say all that to just to remind us that in the midst of all the tragedy, like the tragedy is a given in a way. It is a given in this world. But more than that is the majesty of God, the healing of God, the blessings of God, the forgiveness of God. He is the constant going on as well. And getting to where we're able to live in the allowing in the place of both of those, the joy and the sorrow. The joys are there, the sorrows are there. Walking where his majesty envelops and wraps around the tragedy is what our faith is supposed to do. Believing in Him is what allows us to face these tragedies and still come out with wonder. I guess I can say that because I lost my husband and I did feel that. So I'm not saying that as somebody who's just speaking that. I mean, for some reason that was my journey. Hope carried me through and I saw His goodness. I cried a lot through the years, but I've seen His goodness in it. And I just wanted to remind us that one of the most important parts of having that sense of His wonder is by being able to look at the world with the child's heart. That was a big lesson to me years ago, that I loved having young babies while my husband was so sick, because they woke up trusting us and they woke up exploring the world, and their innocent take on things was a reminder of everything fresh and new and different. They were always seeing the world with such sweet and beautiful perceptions of things, because it was all brand new, that it made it new for us, even though we were dealing with chemo and brain tumor and symptoms and neurological decline. Their wonder, helped ours. And I must say, I've enjoyed, my grandson came over the other day and he's at the pointing stage. He points everywhere. And, he even came up and he looked at, I have a flower on these blue pants that I've worn almost every day this week, but please don't tell anybody. They're just so comfortable. And there's this little flower on it, and he came up and he just pointed and he looks up and he makes these just delightful noises, like it's the most exciting thing that he's seen all day, that I have an embroidered flower on my pants. And he's noticing all these little things that we just tend to look beyond and not relish. And that's why children are such a gift, because as their souls are nurtured, I'm turning off my low power mode, they relate in a way with wonder that kind of refreshes our souls. So being around childlike wonder makes me want to go after childlike wonder. And when you remain in a place of childlike wonder, somehow it's more able to keep that alive even in the midst of the bad. So, I'm not sure how to wrap this up. It's a lot of different things. But I hope that you continue to take time, specific time, focused time. If you have to, if that's what it takes, if it's hard to feel wonder through the day, take times and try to practice it. Take time, and a lot of that comes through thankfulness. Take time out and detach from the stress and the worry and all the things that we feel like we're supposed to be inundated by, and take a moment, a break from it, and just praise and worship the God of heaven, the one who somehow put all this together, who even allowed His own Son to come down here to die for us in His place. If you don't know Him, just cry out for Him. Say, hey, will you come in? Will you come be real to me? It's really a very simple thing. But ask for Him, because He wants to be real. He wants to be wonder. He wants to be joy. It's there, right now, even in the midst of all this. Okay, have a great evening. Day 38, all done now. Bye.